My name is Harjinder Singh, and I am originally from the Netherlands, which most people know like as Holland. I was somebody who worked very hard, and then in the evening did some serious drinking and smoking, and I went to these funny places called coffee shop in Amsterdam. I will never forget the first time I came to Harmandir Sahib. I was just absolutely gobsmacked, as they say in English, the first time I heard that. And apart from learning about Sikhi, there was another program that I had, and that was stop drinking, stop smoking, stop using pan. As you can imagine, if you are used to drink every night of the week, and all of a sudden you stop, you get in a very funny mood. If you are used to smoke a lot of tobacco and all of a sudden you stop, you get an even funnier mood in combination with the... And usually people have to go to clinics and all that and use medicine to do that. But in Harmandir Sahib, there was something that came to my help, and I had never before in my life had any experience of God by any name. But I was very lucky that I met some people there, Sevadars, not official paid for Sevadars by the SDPC, but the real Sevadars, the volunteers. Like you always find quite a few pensioned off Army and Navy and Air Force people, and they usually have good English. And one of them started talking to me, and he gave me a translation of Sukhmani Sahib, and I started reading that. And he also advised me to do things, like join doing seva in Darbar Sahib. And I started joining, like washing the parkarma and things like that. But there, I had the most wonderful emotions happening inside me, which, later I learned you could call that the darshan of Vaheguru. And although my body was suffering very badly, my mind was, again a word that I didn't know at the time, in Chardi Kala. I mean, there's a lot of this stuff that I cannot really explain to you in sort of rational terms. The only thing I can say to you is that there were certain things that happened in my life when I was quite young, a young adult. I got married when I was 22, and when I was 25 my wife died over an overdose of heroin. And I never really got over that. I never remarried, and it was always something that was in the back of my mind. And you can say that with the hard work and the hard drinking and all that was my way of, not thinking about it. And obviously then I stopped drinking and smoking and doing all these things, so the memories came back, but I could deal with them. You understand what I'm trying to say you, because of the sort of spiritual power that came to me. I could, for the first time in my life, and it was sort of 25 years after the event, I could deal with it. In Gurbani it says that if you turn towards Guru, you learn how to deal with dukh, with pain. It might not be that all the pain goes away, but you learn how to deal with it. And you gain this magical thing called sukh, peace of mind. I used to spend so much money every Saturday night and every Friday night. And now on the sort of money I spend on Friday and Saturday night, I can live easily for a whole month and still put money in the bank. Again, you gain, because I don't need the happiness from the bottle anymore. I don't need the happiness from a joint, as they call it in the business anymore. And I don't need to chase away the ghost of the past anymore. I can now, like I was partly to blame for the death of my wife. At the end of the day, it was her choice, but I could have been a better husband, and I could have been more loving and more caring, and I didn't do that properly. Paisab, you cannot imagine, like I started reading the Shabbats in the translations that are available, and the translations are not beautiful. The Shabbats are beautiful, but the translations are very clumsy, really. But I read every day Japji Sahib, and to a stage that after a couple of months, Guru Nanak was talking to me. If you are near to God, you gain so much. Bhai Sahib, who made me into a Sikh? Do you know the answer? It was Vaheguru. I could not have done myself what I've done. Even just the basic thing of giving up the addictions. Yeah, people go to clinics and all that sort of thing. I went to the best clinic there is. It's called Harmandir Sahib, and there I had the best doctor there is. It's called Waiguru. And I always say, like Waiguru grabbed me by the arm, and I had to become a Sikh, whether I wanted or not.